Today I'm here with Charlie, who's over there from Abandoned Exploration. We're here at Collier Brook Farm, and I do have a little bit of information for you before we go on about this place. Collier Brook Farm is a grade 2 listed building, and the structure is mid 18th century with later alterations. Some point it had like wattled down walls and stuff with 18th century doors, walls and fireplaces. But unfortunately a lot of the features have been lost due to theft, fire. Now the name Collier Brook is derived from the Collier Brook, which ran through the land belonging to the farm. This in turn was named after the Collier Brook family, which farmed this land in the 18th century. Now around 1802, Mrs. Betty Megson was listed as the owner for the late John Collier, and a yearly rate was only, get this, 2 shillings and 6 pence. Now the first traceable residents of this farm were the Seddon family, James Seddon from 1979 to 1853. His wife Anne from 1766 to 1846. They had 10 children: John, Thomas, Betty Ann, Margaret, Samuel, Lydia, Alice, Jane and Martha. The farm was around 10 acres in size, and it was around £47 4S 7D. That's around 2,000 in moderate money today. So yeah, that's just a little bit of information. I've got a little bit more that I'm going to try and read off to you while Charlie goes inside and films. Now sadly, James Seddon died in 1853, and the farm was then tenanted or sold. And around 1871, Edward Davis lived at the Collier Brook farm with his wife Jane. Jane sadly died in 1883 at the age of 59. Now Edward, he remarried that year to Elizabeth Holt, 1849-1906. Sadly it wasn't a long marriage, as Edward died in 1890 and passed away in 1906. Then came the Whittle family. Several generations of Whittle family were the last residents to live here at Collier Brook Farm over the 20th century. Hugh Whittle bought the farm in 1875 to 1953, and his wife Alice Whittle 1884 to 1950. Alice and Hugh had 8 children: Richard, Charles, Edmund, George, Henry, Ellen, Deborah and Edith. When the Whittle family owned this house, it had 7 rooms, making it the largest basically of what was around here at the time. Also, in a twist of fate, 100 years later, after the Seddon family lived here, there was a farm servant living with the Whittle family called James Seddon. Yeah, bit of information for you. Hugh and Alice Whittle passed away in the early 1950s. The son George and his wife Clarence took over the farm. And still living in the cottage at this time was James Woodward, who survived the First World War. Stayed at the cottage until the mid-1960s. Now in the 1970s, James and Eleanor Turner lived here, and in the 80s, son and daughter-in-law of George and Clarence moved in. George Whittle passed away in 1994, and Clarence a few years later. Now with that being said, let's take a look round inside this old gaff, see what she has to offer.
Well, we're not able to get upstairs for a start because that was...
Now I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just going to pause it a minute while I get me torch out.
Right.
As you can see, all the timber frame there is rotten.
Yeah, wood rot.
Over the years, man, and look at this down here. So sad. Let's have a quick look around it, man. Quick look around it. I mean, look at this here. Brilliant. Look at this fireplace here. Absolutely mega in here. And then look, we've got all them up there. Look at them joists up there, man. Brilliant. Look at this floor's gone in here. I did come last year and do a bit on this, but I've come back with a bit more information about the place, which I've read from some paper that I wrote down, and
interesting.
As you can see.
By the Whittle family, which is actually your last name, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Which is interesting. So if anyone stops us, you can just say it's your family farm.
Yeah, definitely. It's all rotten up there. Look at this. Big old lint floor here. Look at the fireplace, man. Absolutely magnificent. And we've got like a peephole here. Through the square window is the main road. Got the shelves there. Ceiling's all going rotten there, as you can tell. Wow. Now obviously we can't get upstairs in this. I've just kicked a brick. But there is a doorway up there. Not if I can zoom up or anything, I'll try. Try and get the best. There's a doorway. And again, we've got another hole there. Who was that? I think it was a ghost, man. No, it was just Charlie. Just Charlie. Yeah, man. Look at it.
I wonder whether they got a Tesco shopping cart in here. Looks like the basement bit though.
Yeah, man, but I don't think I want to risk going down that.
Nope.
I mean, it could be fun having a look, but it depends how far it goes, man.
Probably goes under the whole cottage. Yeah.
That's exactly why I don't want to go down. In fact, guys, it looks interesting, so I'm going to stop the camera while I do have a quick mooch down. See you in a minute. Now, as you can see, I've made it down here. I don't know if Charlie's going to come and have a look down here. But yeah, look at this, it's not much of a basement. But yeah, it looks like it might carry on down there. Stop it while I have a look. Look at that up there, absolutely rotten.
I can see it from this side.
Amazing. There is another part to this, but I'm going to take you to over to that even in a minute.
And guys, Boltonian Explorer's filming on his brand new camera, whereas I'm filming on my good trusty iPhone.
Look at this down here. Right guys, I'm going to get you over to the barn in a minute. So I'll see you there. Peace out. Oh! Right, we're over at that barn and I'm not going to go inside.
It's too sketch.
But, as you can see, last time I came I got up through the ceiling there, but it's now rotten.
So
as you can see there, so we're not going to go. There's not much to show in that. But yeah, it's all part of the Whittle history. This barn is pretty mint. Last time I came here was in 2019. I did like a little bit of history on it, so as you can see, the land is quite big. 10 acres I believe. So, until the next location guys, stay safe, look after yourselves, peace out.